The Irish Wildlife Trust has raised concerns about illegal dumping at Glenveagh National Park and has expressed its concern that large areas of sensitive habitat are being affected by turf cutting. Padraig Fogarty is Campaigns Officer for the Wildlife Trust. He's with us in studio. What are your concerns? Let's talk first of all about the dumping. I've seen a photograph of some of what's been happening in the park. For people who haven't seen that picture, explain what's going on for us.
Well, we visited the park back in October and we discovered 4 areas within the boundary of the national park itself. In each of these 4 areas there was large-scale, commercial-scale turf cutting going on. And in one of those areas there was quite a significant amount of dumping, and the dumping included tyres that seemed to be buried within the turf, and also one area of a river that runs through the national park where there was a lot of domestic type of refuse, radiators, demolition type of waste.
OK, so some of this is heavy duty stuff. We're not talking about just a couple of bags of household waste.
No, it certainly was a large volume of material, and things like tyres and radiators and things. It constitutes illegal material. Yeah.
Now, I know that you have been complaining to the Department of Arts, Heritage and the Gaeltacht in particular about the situation in relation to turf cutting. Now, in a statement to us, the department said that turbary rights, that is the right to harvest turf, that those rights exist in 3 specific areas on the periphery of the park. Is that what you found?
Well, that may well be the case. We did not find what you might call domestic scale turf cutting on a turf bank. We saw very large areas, maybe multiple times the size of a football pitch, that had been worked over by a machine, leaving bare soil, bare turf that was eroding into the rivers. And this causes pollution downstream, as well as destroying what should be one of our greatest national assets.
So what would you like to hear then from the department? Well,
in the short term, we'd like to hear an acknowledgement of the problem and that it's going to stop. I think in the longer term, we'd like to see some leadership in terms of conservation of our natural resources. We see very little of that. This is shocking because it's inside a national park, but we know of dozens of other cases where habitat damage of this kind goes on around the country and very little is done.
Padraig Fogarty, Campaigns Officer for the Irish Wildlife Trust, thank you for joining us on Morning.